Hello, Overwatch fans. Welcome to day number 3 of the Revitalize Open Cup. I am J-Star. Alongside me, my buddy Mint. How are we doing tonight, Mint?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, J-Star. I'm ready to see some more Overwatch gameplay today. Hopefully, a little less Bastion on the menu.
Maybe a little less Bastion, but looking at the two teams that we have playing in this very first match here, it'll be Violet's Baby Girls against Dwarf Diggin'. What are we expecting to see here? I know Violet's Baby Girls have a tendency to run the Doomfist-centric comps.
Took the words right out of my mouth, J-Star. I was immediately going to say, well, he said he would force Doom, regardless of if his team said yay or nay to it. So I'm really looking to see what Dwarf Diggin' will do to counter this Doomfist that they know for a fact is coming.
Absolutely. And looking at a little bit more in depth here, one of the DPS players for the side of Violet's Baby Girls, not necessarily being here, being that impact player of Pula, do you think that'll affect Violet's Baby Girls in any way, Mint?
I believe it might, like, in terms of morale, probably, but I'm sure the two DPS that are currently locked in for Violet's Baby Girls will be able to pick up whatever slack there will be with Pula being absent for tonight. I don't think any game plans will change for Violet's Baby Girls tonight.
Absolutely. And looking at the side of Dwarf Diggin', Bless and Syrup locking in that DPS, it'll be very interesting to see how they deal with this Doomfist. We might see some Sombra, Echo even, just some high burst damage, try to shut down the Doomfist right away. But Mint, only time will tell. Looking at our very first map of the day, which will be Ilios, which is brought to you by W Energy. Use code Revitalize for 10% off your order. Ilios is a very interesting map in many different ways because of the fact that you can run sort of that Winston rush, the dives, even the brawls on the map like Ruins. What do you expect to see here, Mint, going into map 1?
Well, for the side of Violet's Baby Girls, I mean, Doomfist enough said, but in terms of Dwarf Diggin', you could run a counter dive. You could even run like a poke comp to try to wait out the storm, weather the storm from that Doomfist, pull out the cooldowns. The Sombra, like you did mention earlier, a huge counter to Doomfist. Always has been, always will be. So it's really flipping a coin, picking and choosing your battles here in terms of Dwarf Diggin'. But I'm sure they have an idea in mind, a game plan, what they want to go with. So again, like you said, time will tell. I'm really excited to see what they have and what they've come up with.
Absolutely, and we are just waiting on one final ready up from, I assume, our production. But once again, though, Ilios, I wouldn't be shocked if we even saw some flyer action here.
Very true, flyer action as always. Pharah and Echo both dangerous. We saw a lot of Mercy yesterday, and a little bit of Echo as well, but we are going to be going into game right now. So, let's see what we're going to see.
Getting into the map here, we will be starting on Lighthouse, one of those maps that teams often run a little bit more dive style or opt for even a sim teleport to point even off of the coast side here.
Sim teleportation, very common strategy, taking those high grounds. It really all depends on what comp style both teams want to go with. We already have an idea of what Violet's Baby Girls are going to do with this Doom. So, again, Dwarf Diggin' is the major surprise here, the major alarm ticker of what we're going to see, what type of match we're going to be watching here today.
Absolutely, and looking at the comps right off the bat, and yep, there's the Sombra pick from Syrup. We'll be probably switching over to the Sombra after they teleport their team out to the objective. Violet's Baby Girls opting once again for the Doomfist, along with that heavy dive presence with the Echo Tracer and Lucio. The Kiriko Lucio, very mobile comp from the backline of Violet's Baby Girls. Honesty and balance on Kiriko and Lucio respectively. A lot of pressure is going to be put on Blando right off the bat, opting for this Ana over something like a Kiriko. Looking just at the poke phase right off the bat here. Teams staging high ground. Arjark opting to sit on the low ground for now instead of taking the high ground. Violet Conor opting to take the high ground. Dive does come in. but Honesty will be taken down very low. That's the Kiriko. A lot of healing down. Violet Condor taken down dangerously low. The Echo is doing so much damage. Bless getting the pick onto Violet, and this is looking like it is fight over for the side of Violet's baby girls. But the point contest does come out. Bless on the Echo getting 2. Bless doing major work on this Echo right now. Bless with a 3rd. And that's just point wipe for this side of Dwarf Diggin, and 66% to this Echo duplicate, man.
Beautiful fight from Dwarf Diggin. Like I've said, counter, weather the storm, playing for that counter dive. Arjok just waiting for Violet to go in there. And they just counter diving, absolutely ripping Honesty apart. And by them, it is too late for Violet's baby girls. Duplication has got to be online.
Very nice engagement from Scarlet Speed, amping in, getting the heals and speed in for this team. Serve taking dangerously long with Blando, but he will be taken. No, Bless again. Bless is going absolutely. Oh, Bless with 2. That's 2 picks right off the bat. That is the Echo and Lucio down. The speed and big damage are taken down right away. The Suzu has to be invested in order to keep Violet up. The Anti-Nade will be coming out after, but it will not matter. Bless with another. Honesty and Violet, though, are making this fight very competitive. Pulse will be invested by Chug Jug, getting the pick on the Syrup, and this fight is getting really heavy contested very, very quickly. Just back and forth on point here. The Winston of Arjark being taken down dangerously low, forced to back up, and it looks like it'll be. Oh, the beat will be invested from Scarlet Speed, but the point flip will be coming out from the side of Violet Baby Girl. And I don't know if Scarlet Speed needed to invest that beat drop right there, man.
Massive blunder there from Scarlet Speed. I don't know if it was communicated whether or not they wanted to go back in. Bless with a pick on the Lion stack right as I'm saying some stuff here.
Bless already getting the first pick. Arjark with another onto Honesty, and we might have another point flip, but the contest will be coming out from the side of Violet's baby girl. Violet Condor getting the pick onto Blando. That's a good trade. That's the Ana down. And along with the Nano Boost, trades are going back and forth on point. It's just a matter of who can get the next pick. Arjark, though, with a pick on the Chug Jug. I don't think it matters. And Bless with another one. And this Winston Sombra Echo combination is looking really potent for the side of Dwarf Diggin.
Incredibly potent. 4 ultimates coming online for Dwarf Diggin. Balance is going to have to hide out to try to counter this EMP, but I don't even know if one sound barrier will be enough. Duplication on both sides, as well as that Doomfist Meteor Strike for
absolutely
baby girls. As like Bless again.
Bless already with another pick. Jug is making this competitive, though. The Primal Rage will be invested from Arjark as he's looking at Honesty on the Kiriko, trying to live, trying to run from the big angry Winston. The Honesty will be getting the pick on the Surf, though, on point. We'll be trading it out, making this fight competitive. The Nano Boost does come out onto Arjark, making this competitive fight. Violet does pick off Blando, the Ana, but fight's going back and forth. It's 99 to 22. Ultimates have to be used. Ultimates have to be invested. The Sound Barrier will be invested from Balance. No counter to the CMP anymore. The CMP could be big. The EMP will be invested from Struck, taking the Echo duplication out. Chug Jug does get the pick. Bless getting the duplication pick with the Pulse Bomb. Balance getting taken down by Syrup. And this is just cleanup for the side of Dwarf Diggin. Bless doing so much work. The Sound Barrier will be invested, but that's just par for the course at this point. Dwarf Diggin convincingly take point 1 here on Ilios.
Very convincingly indeed. Bless going massive, but again, as a Lucio player myself, I know when there's a Sombra on the field, you don't get to have any fun. Balance, you gotta save that Lucio beat, man. Syrup just comes in, says, don't mind if I do. Absolutely devastation. Now we're on Ruins.
Looking at Ruins here, I wonder if the side of Dwarf Diggin are going to opt to stay with this more dive-heavy, Sombra-based composition. Scarlet Speed will be making the swap over to the Brigitte. Very good against denying the dive, and we'll be seeing Lion Stash swap over to the Genji.
The Genji pick. Genji, man. He's going in.
Yes, and looking at team compositions here, that's the only real switch from the side of Violet's baby girls here. Violet opting to stay on this Doomfist. Not too much happening right off the bat here. Just a little bit of poke and prod by both sides here. The Lucio, the hack does come onto Honesty, but will not be getting followed up upon. Balance. That's a big anti-nade from Blando, though, but it will not matter. Chug Jug takes out Blessed. The Doomfist punch, Violet going in big, the punch doing so much damage. Violet getting the pick on the Blando, Chug Jug cleaning up off that punch, and Chug Jug with 4 in that fight, man.
Syrup taking a little too long to find a hack off, and there's no patience in the inside of Violet's baby girls. They're just going to keep pressing W. Nothing you can do as a Brigitte for that one.
Absolutely. 3, 4 divers even in your backline. Just such high mobility from the side of Violet's Baby Girls. We will be seeing Chug Jug almost with that pulse bomb, 75% and counting. The hack will be coming out onto Violet. Will be taken down dangerously low, but manages to somehow survive. Ardrek just holding M1, taking space. Violet Condor taking down dangerously low one more time. The Echo on such a good offense. Violet takes out the Echo in the air. The hack does come out, but it will not matter. Chug Jug with 2 with the pulse. Big pulse, and it looks like that will be a fight over and a reset from the side of Dwarf Diggin here.
It's looking like Violet's Baby Girls have found a way to counter Bless's Echo here. Waiting for Bless to somehow find a way to get out of position, use his movement cooldowns early, and then they just pounce. What do you do if you're Dwarf Diggin here?
Dwarf Diggin need to be looking for these hack engagements. Maybe not looking for the hack on Violet, not necessarily, but looking for honesty in the backline. Ooh, Chug Jug almost had a big one clip onto Syrup right there. Manages to get out though. Once again, the sound barrier will be invested from balance. EMP almost online for Syrup. The Echo duplication will be coming out onto the Doomfist. Violet Condor does have the Meteor Strike. We'll be investing it onto the backline. Balance, or I'm sorry, Violet getting blows in the backline. Such a big value out of this Meteor Strike. Violet going absolutely crazy on this Doomfist. Who needs a Sombra when you can just do that?
This Sombra is finding hard. Very little value here on this Ruins. And anything going to be able to get a touch here for Dwarf Diggin? I don't think it's possible.
5 seconds and counting. Syrup does have the EMP along with Scarlet Speeds. Rally, Honesty taking down the Brigitte early. That's the rally off the board. It's just left on Syrup to use the EMP. The EMP is huge though. The EMP comes out. Syrup trades on the Honesty, but Chug Jug does get the trade on the Syrup. The Blade will be invested. Finding one, finding 2. That's big damage, and the healer's down. Balance with another, and well, as convincingly as Dwarf Diggins took point 1, Violet's Baby Girls did the exact same thing on point number 2 here, man.
The exact same thing, if not even more dominant as Dwarf Diggin. The Sombra is finding so little value here on the Ruins, and if you're Syrup, you gotta figure out a way to get around it. Bless also getting shut down by the dive of Violet's Baby Girls. There's got to be some sort of switch up here, as we're going to see Blando going back towards that Ana, Scarlet Speed back on the Lucio.
Yeah, we will be seeing Syrup opt for the Tracer over the Sombra. I think it was more or less a timing issue, right? I think Violet's Baby Girls just said, all right, you guys want to run a Sombra? We'll just turn up the tempo on you. We'll run stuff that can get into your backline even faster than you can get into ours. And I think that's what really, really helped Violet's Baby Girls take that point in such convincing style here. Off the rollout,
same from Bless.
Yes, Bless on this Ashe could be a little sketchy because you know exactly what Violet's Baby Girls are going to be rolling out on here. Not too much here. Violet's Baby Girls opt to take Lighthouse side. Violet Condor opting to take the engage, gets anti right away, dangerously low. Can he survive? Yes. The dive coming in just in the nick of time, saving Violet. Blessed taking down Imbalance. Violet and Chug Jug managed to take out the whole team of Dwarf Diggins here.
Blando not on a mobile enough hero. There's no saving him when a quadruple dive comes straight at his face. Bless rolling out on a Junkrat now. I think it's desperation this early here coming out from Dwarf Diggin.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think you're wrong here, man. Junkrat's an interesting pick. Can do some jobs with the...
Blando again taking down early.
Blando taking down very early. The Ana pick obviously not working out too well for the side of Dwarf Diggin. Of course, it's Violet. Syrup on the Tracer, though, will be taking them down very low, but Bless gets the pick on the bounce with the trap.
Junkrat trap killing a Lucio, huh? We've seen
Syrup getting taken down, the Tracer. This fight's not over yet, though, man. This fight is very evenly contested on points. Looking like it's a 3v3. Arjark does take the jump on the high ground. Will not be finding any picks off of it. The Junkrat just holding M1. The commitment will be taken out onto Honesty, and Honesty is getting taken down very low, but Chug Jug gets a pick on the Bless. That's a big chunk of your damage gone. Arjark gets taken down. Chug Jug with 3 just in this fight alone. Syrup, not sure what happened there. Violet gets the refrag, and we are 60% and counting here, man.
A lot of ultimates coming online for Violet's Baby Girls. That That Dragon Blade, Kitsune Rush, even a Meteor Strike, 72% to a Sound Barrier. This is looking very dire. Only a Pulse Bomb coming for Dwarf Diggin.
And it's now on Scarlet Speed to build this beat drop in time. Balance taking down dangerously low. Balance?
That's massive.
That's a big pick. That is the potential Sound Barrier down. Ardrek gets a pick on the Balance. Violet Condor will be investing. He does have the Meteor Strike. The Meteor Strike will be invested, getting no actual kills, but just space creation here. As we will see Syrup getting taken down dangerously low, contesting point. And HP is looking very low on the side of Violet's Baby Girls. Chug Jug will be taken down by Bless. Bless with one. That is a very big pick. That's Chug Jug down doing so much work on this Tracer. Violet being down, taking down dangerously low, looking for the collapse. Ardrek will be confirming his kill, and the point flip will be coming in at 99% here, man.
Dwarf Diggin making some swaps finally that I like to see. A Kiriko now and a Genji on their own side. But will they be enough? Is it too little too late to weather? 4 ults coming from Violet's Baby Girls.
Scarlet Speed does have this beat drop to counteract the Dragon Blade from Lion Stash here, but they do also have to worry about a Pulse Bomb from Chug Jug here coming in. But Bless does have his own Dragon Blade along with the Kitsune Rush, which will be invested early from Honesty. The beat drop will be invested from Scarlet Speed and Balance. Both beat drops are invested at about the same time. Both teams' Dragon Blades will be free.
Dragon Blade!
Blessed with one on the Dragon Blade, Blessed looking for the other, but it will not matter. Scarlet Speed and Blando are able to pick up what he was putting down, and that's another fight. And more point progress for the side of Dwarf Diggin here.
Worst case scenario, if you're Violet's Baby Girls, you commit 3 of your 4 ultimates, and you get killed by 1 Dragon Blade, a Pulse Bomb, and a Primal Rage coming for Dwarf Diggin. Only a Pulse Bomb for the side of Violet's Baby Girls. Chug Jug's gonna need to come up huge here.
Absolutely, Chug Jug does have that Pulse Bomb. Depending on how Blando can use this Suzu to counteract it, might not even matter that they have the Pulse. Same thing with Syrup here, who is also 5% off the Pulse Bomb. Really just depends on the Suzu usage from each of these Kirikos. Syrup going down early, but it will not matter. That's the Pulse Bomb. That's your initiational taken out. Ardrek does have this Primal Rage to potentially sell this up, but Lion Stash will not matter. Chug Jug and Lion Stash are going absolutely crazy. Will be forcing the Primal Rage out of Ardrek, but I think it's too little too late here, man. Bless taking down dangerously low. Pulse Bomb got deflected! Bless with the big deflect on the Pulse Bomb. This fight's winnable. Ardrek won with the Primal Rage. That's the tank down. That's Violet down. This fight's looking very winnable for the side of Dwarf Diggin. The deflect on the Pulse coming absolutely huge, and this is just stall at this point. Violet Condor trying to get back with what they can. Blando just getting back in the next time. I don't think it'll make a difference. Blando will be getting enough on the Ardrek to save him on the Winston. Syrup still has his Pulse Bomb though. Syrup will be taking the pick on the Chug Jug. That's your trades. Ardrek is getting the trades. These are two very big picks here, man. This fight's not over. This fight is looking very evenly contested on point. It's a 3v3. But one side hits heals, the other doesn't. Right as I say that, the Pulse Bomb will be invested from Syrup. Ardrek getting the pick on the Balance. And this is just Stall City here, trying to get what they can. Blast going absolutely huge on Skenshi. And Blast blessing his team for the win with the deflect on the Pulse Bomb.
You can't write it. You really can't. Flipping 99 to 0, they get 100 straight. And they take this map, this Ilios, this vital first map. Fantastic showing already from both sides. This is going to be a good match here.
A little bit of a blunder from Chug Jug on that Tracer, just kind of throwing that Pulse Bomb out there, just letting Bless just deflect it back at him. And I don't think Balance was ready for the fact that, hey, the Pulse Bomb got deflected, and I think he just unfortunately landed right on top of it and got blown up because of it. But with that being said, though, we will be taking a little bit of a break here, let everybody recover a little bit, and this break will be sponsored by W Energy once again. Use code Revitalize for 10% off your order. With that being said, we'll see you here soon, boys. Welcome back, Revitalize community. Alongside me tonight, my friend Mint. Mint, what a glorious map number 1 we had on Ilios.
Fantastic, Ilios. You could not ask for much better. Dominant 1, other team gets another dominant 1 on their turn, and then a 99-0 flip. You can't ask much better for control.
No. This game is getting very heated very quickly. Both teams waging war. Once again, it will be Violet's Baby Girls against Dwarf Diggin. Dwarf Diggin did take map number 1, and we did see a few swaps coming out during the break, Mint.
We did see a few swaps. Bless is going to be shifting over to the tank position. Arjark is going out. One Betu coming in to fill that DPS hole that Bless left. I'm wondering if they're going to be switching up a style of play here.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what playstyle changes do come in from the side of Dwarf Diggin with a new tank in and a new DPS in. I think that Dwarf Diggin will be opting for a little bit more brawl-heavy style, and as I'm right, we'll be seeing them roll out on the Junker Queen.
Junker Queen. Oh. Sorry, I gotta compose myself there. Junker Queen.
Need we say any more? We will be seeing a pretty standard comp from Violet's Baby Girls here. 14-0. The Romatra, the May, the Cassidy, the Baptiste, and the Lucio. Very brawl-centric, very brawl-heavy. Just May wall off the tank, WM1, high burst, high mobility. Anything we can want on King's Row. And if King's Row has shown us anything based off of yesterday's King's Row, man, we're in for an absolute banger here.
Very excited. The teams are about to roll out. Here we go. KR is underway.
Early shot by one Betu, but it will not be finding any picks right off the bat here. Just some spam going out from both teams. The Junker Queen. Whoa! One Betu getting the pick on the Chug Jug. That's a big pick right off the bat. That is a big chunk of damage down by the Cassidy. The Maywall will be coming out onto Bless. Will not be finding the immediate value as the Immortality Field will have to be invested from Honesty. Biocounter getting taken down by the Axe of Bless. And this is just a WM1 fest with the bleed effect keeping Bless up on this Junker Queen. And I don't think they get another recontest here, man. But we'll be opting to swap over to the big Reinhardt, big German man.
Yeah, Bless that Junker Queen. So much regeneration from the bleed. And one Betu just getting on an off angle. He's on an island. Nobody can get to him. Nobody can contest him. Balance is trying to do his best, but it's so much damage coming out from the Hanzo.
The knife into the trap? That's an absolutely nasty combination right there, the knife into the trap. One Betu almost does have this Dragon Strike. Violet Condor opting, once again, like I said before, for the Reinhardt. Honesty almost has this amplification matrix. The shell will be coming in from Bless. Will be getting the pick onto Chug Jug. One Betu getting 2. Bless just opening, making it 1 Betu 3? Wow, absolutely
give him
insane.
A fourth.
From
give it to
Hanzo. Give it to him. Give him the ace. No, unlucky. Taking the 4th on Lion Scratch. And looking at the ult economy here, it's looking really in favor for the side of Dwarf Diggin here.
Yeah, double DPS ult online here for Dwarf Diggin, as well as that amplification matrix. 10%. Make that 9% off the Rampage. Only a window and soon a Dragon Strike for... Oh! There's that Dragon
will be taking out Blando. The amplification matrix for the side of Dwarf Diggin will be taking down the knife into the trap combination. I can't get over this little combination that they have right here, man. It's so fun to see stuff like that in Overwatch. Just the teamwork. One Betu will be investing in the Dragon Strike. Will be taking down Balance, making this an even fight. Blast with the pick on the Chug Jug, and that's a lot of damage just out of the way right away. Syrup just doing so much spam damage on this Junkrat, allowing Bless to take so much space. Hold the W key. One Betu with another. Just such dominance on this Hanzo. Not even really clicking heads, just so much spam damage from the side. Ooh, Chug Jug will be getting the trade onto Scarlet Speed. The beat will be invested a little early for the recontest because Bless does have this Rampage, getting 2 in it. That means 2 people are anti. Violet Condor will be taken down by the Axe. Bless and one Betu are just popping off. And we're looking at about a 5-minute time bank rolling into point 3 here, man.
Yeah, 5-minute time bank. Something you won't see in the kill feed. Lion Scratch switching over to the Genji because right before he died, he used that May ultimate. It was canceled. Despite a blunder from Scarlet Speed at the beginning of the fight, they were able to pull it out with that Rampage. And now, Earth Shatter Amplification Matrix online. 3 ults. Make that almost 4 for Dwarf Diggin'. 5 minutes to go.
Ooh. Lion Scratch getting the pick on the Wombatsu early. Balance opting to swap off the big shatter coming out from Violet right here. We'll be claiming 1 onto the Junkrat as Syrup, but it looks like, yep, Dwarf Diggin' are opting to just call it oh, right as I say that, Wombatsu, who else? Getting the counter pick. This fight's even. We're a 4v4 on point. They do have the Dragon Strike available, along with 4 other ultimates. The Amplification Matrix will be invested from both sides. Balance will be finding the pick on the Blando, and that is a big chunk of healing down. I don't know if they can fight it. Whoa, right as I say that, Violent Condor goes down. Lion Scratch does get the counter pick onto Wombatsu, but Bless will be making this competitive fight once again. No team giving any sort of ground here. We'll be seeing Violet swap over to the storied Doomfist.
That Doomfist pick coming again. Balance as well on as Chugdug finds Syrup. A beautiful placed headshot there. The Luxo coming through.
Yes, absolutely. They will be feeding Violet Condor's power block. He does have that charged punch here, as it looks like the side of Dwarf Diggin' are opting for a little bit of a stabilization here. The sound barrier and both damage ults here online for the side of Dwarf Diggin' compared to just the Dragon Strike that Chugdug doesn't quite have yet. And the Dragon Blade that's just right around the corner. It's going to be very interesting to see how this fight plays out, Mint, because there's going to be a lot of ultimate. The beat will be invested along with the Riptire. The Immortality Field will be taken down by Blando. Scarlet Speed with 1. Syrup to pick on the Chug. But Vital Condor are making this competitive fight, getting the trade. And this fight's getting very scrappy on point. Vital Condor getting taken down by Bless, but it will not matter. It's just the lone Baptiste of Honesty stuck on this high ground. This shout will be coming out to keep the team alive, but will not matter. Blando and Bless combined. And it looks like the stall pick will be too little too late. It's just Chug slow alone on point. Ooh, unlucky. Syrup will be getting the counter pick, and almost 3 minutes left on the time bank, which is pretty good going into the defensive side.
Chug the recall into the pit. Unlucky recall timing, but it looks to me like they don't have an answer for this Junker Queen here.
Just the sheer aggression that is being shown by Bless here. And I want to point out, this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for so much spam that Dwarf Diggins are putting out with Syrup and Wombatsu on this Junkrat Hanzo comp respectively.
Yeah, that's spam. That is top cheese, top cringe. But if it wins you, if you wins your maps, you're gonna do it. But that Hanzo, Wombatsu, hitting heads when he needs to. He's single-handedly finding picks in unwinnable fights, it seems. And the time bank shows he found a lot of those picks. But same thing here to Dwarf Diggin'. And
a little bit of an adaptation here. A little bit of an adaptation here from Violet's Baby Girls. Opting for the dive-heavy style with the Tracer, Genji, Doomfist, Kiriko, Ana. A lot of dive presence that could be taken onto Wombatsu and Blando, respectively. But it'll be interesting to see if that'll even matter, just because of the sheer amount of spam mixed with aggression from Dwarf Diggins here. Opening shot does come out from Wombatsu. Will be just hitting the deflect of the Genji. Nothing much, as it is just the staging process here from Violet's Baby Girls. And Bless is just looking for the opportunity to use that shout, use that speed boost paired with Scarlet Speed, and just get into the back line. Lion Scratch getting taken down really low right off the bat here. The dive not really doing anything right now. The recall will be forced very early from Chug. The commitment does come on to point as Violet Condor does get that power punch up. We'll be looking to invest, misses the punch. Bless will be getting the pick onto Lion Scratch. And the Genji getting taken down. The anti-nade will be coming out though onto Bless. That's the regeneration out the window, but it will not matter. Scarlet Speed gets the pick on the Chug. And I think this is just fight reset for the side of Violet's Baby Girls here, man. Right as I say that though, Bless uses the shout, hits the W key. We'll be taking down Balance, and Dwarf Diggins are looking to hit the spawn door, man.
Touch the doors! You gotta do it now. You already went up to the bus. Bless like a raid boss. Looking like OG Brig out here. It's just immovable. No, nothing.
72% and counting on this rampage as well, man.
76 now.
76 and counting 77. The dive will be coming out under one bet two. Ooh, Syrup with the perfectly placed concussion mine will be getting the pick on the line scratch. The Kiri teleport from Honesty will be forced very early here. And I think that Violet's baby girls are forced to just reset and back up a little bit. Conor getting taken down dangerously, forcing the teleport from Honesty, but it will not matter. Is that it is Honesty going down very early. Chugjo getting trapped, one bet two. Just taking heads, Blessed, taking down Violet, and this Junker Queen comp is absolutely running over Violet's baby girls right now. Blessed doing apps, putting in work on this Junker Queen.
Rampage is online. Pretty much every single ult is coming up for Dwarf Digging except that sound barrier. This is starting to be a little bit of a panic time if you are Violet's baby girls.
And you know, the only ultimate that really matters here is that beat drop, as Lion Scratch is on that Genji. That's the only real counter you have to a Dragon Blade. But looking into this next fight here, we will be seeing a Nano Boost and Kitsune Rush from Balance and Honesty respectively. But I don't think it'll matter depending on what happens here. Syrup with the opening pick on Honesty. The Rampage will be committed. Syrup with another, along with the assist of the Rampage, and that is both supports down from the side of Violet's baby girls. Violet Conor kind of stuck in no man's land. We'll be able to get out though, and this is fight reset. Blando with another pick, and yeah, this is just fight reset for the side of Violet's baby girls, who have been absolutely stymied on point one here.
Man, I tell you, it doesn't matter where they look. They look at the Junker Queen, the Junkrat comes out of hotel. They look at the Junkrat, the Junker Queen runs in with a shout and axe. What do? You mirror the Junker Queen is what Violet thinks.
Interesting swap here from Violet onto the Junker Queen. We will be seeing the Dragon Blade coming out from Line Session. Nano Blade will be invested. The Sound Barrier will be invested. Big B. The Dragon will also be invested. Line Scratch needs to get the trade though. This fight's competitive, Mint. The Baptiste is down. The Amplification Matrix was invested. Lion Scratch with the second. Bless though getting the trade onto Violet. Fight's very, very scrappy, but 28 seconds left. I think Violet's baby girls are opting for the reset.
That's got to be fight lost. You got to get out. You got 20 seconds to go. You can get one more fight with the Sune Rush. There is nothing that Dwarf Diggin has. The Sune Rush needs to be massive here.
Yes, that Kitsune Rush has to be the catalyst here for the side of Violet's baby girls. Blando opting to swap over the Moira, just back quicker. The Kitsune Rush will be invested. Honestly, getting a pick on a Blando. Violet getting a pick onto one Betsu. Chug with another pick. Blast tries to make it competitive, but I think it's too little too late, man. And I think that Violet's baby girls will be managing to get the point in overtime. It got scary there for the side of Violet's baby girls there for a second, man.
Yeah, but no fear. They do get a point capture. This map is not over just yet. Nothing in terms of ult bank for either side, just rampages that are slowly but surely coming online.
And looking into the Streets phase, that rampage can be so deadly just because of how enclosed everything is, how bunched up you are forced to play on the Streets phase of King's Row. One Betsu set up on the high ground, just spamming away on this Hanzo. And I think Violet will actually manage to get this rampage a little bit before Blessed will. Blando swapping back onto the Baptiste as we expected here. Violet Conor getting taken down very low. 90 to the rampage. Blessed will be forced to use the shout. Blessed with the pick. And Blessed does have this rampage online. Will not be investing though. Both sides just trying to get picks, trying to get anything. No, the rampage will be invested with the Dragon Strike. Lion Scratch getting the final blow onto Blando. The counter rampage will be invested, but I don't think it matters. I think it's too little too late. Chug taking Syrup and Blando down respectively. And well, why did I say that though? One Betsu does get a pick. Blessed with another.
No.
One Betsu with three. You can't let this fall if you're Violet's baby girls. That's a heartbreaking way to lose the fight. You invest everything, but you still come up short.
There is a lifeline though. They are starting to back off. They have a Dragon Blade coming. They've got double support almost online, but a lot of more ults are on the side of Dwarf Diggin. It's a minute to go.
Bounce is coming up on this beat drop, along with Scarlet's being on the Lucio Mirror, who does have the Lucio ult. The Dragon Strike will be invested early. Will not be finding any value directly. Will just zip with two with the pulse bomb, Blitz with another two, and that's just fight over. Lion Scratch. Maybe a little bit of a misplay investing that Dragon Blade, but Syrup with two with that pulse, taking out both supports.
Syrup a massive pulse bomb, and Lion Scratch committing the Dragon Blade. That could be a map losing blunder here. You only have two support ults now. which could get you close, but 30 seconds to go and still half a point B to go. Yeah, that's not guaranteeing a full cap.
Scarlet Speed did have to invest that beach up though in order to counter that blade, but I don't think it'll matter. Blando still has an amplification matrix waiting to just rain down damage. The knife will be coming in. Violet getting taken down early. The beach will be too late for balance. The amplification matrix and Kitsune Rush will be invested from either side. Blando investing the amplification matrix. I don't know if it'll matter though. Suzu has to be invested in order to keep Honesty alive. Violet's getting out of it. Violet's beating girls. You haven't touched the point. Absolutely insane ending right there, and that's a very big misplay from the side of Violet's baby girls, just forgetting that the point existed.
What is it with this tournament and Kings Row C9s? Name a more iconic duo, J-Star.
At this point, I don't know, man. And one Betu clicking heads with the second Shimada brother. An absolute masterclass also by Bless on this Junker Queen, getting so much value. But we will dive into a more deep dive when we get back from the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Revitalize community. Map number 3 about to be underway. This is win or get put down to the losers bracket here for Violet's Baby Girls here, man. What is the big adaptation that they need to make here going into Route 66, which will be our third map?
Backs against the wall for Violet's Baby Girls. This Junker Queen is the biggest problem that I see personally. And you got to find some way to shut Bless down on this Junker Queen. It is a threat, a massive threat. And if they don't figure out something, it's just going to happen again where Bless will just walk on you and there's nothing you can do if you don't make any adaptations whatsoever.
I will say a few swaps coming in for the side of Dwarf Diggin. We will be seeing Syrup being taken out for Arjark, and we will be seeing Bless stay on the tank. What are we expecting here, Mint? Or if you were expecting anything.
I'm expecting, if Bless is on that tank, I'm expecting more Junker Queen. I wouldn't be shocked if we see it again. Arjark, I haven't seen any of his DPS yet, so I'm very, very, very interested to see what he rolls out on. But Route 66, we're going in beautiful, beautiful canyons of California, and I'm excited to see what both of these teams are going to do.
Like
saw some Route 66 yesterday.
Like Mint, you said yesterday, from the streets of England to the canyons of Route 66 out west. A lot of different comps here. It seems like a lot of teams are opting for more dive-centric compositions here, whether it be a Winston, a Diva, whatever it might be. Just some sort of dive to contest the high grounds that Route 66 has to offer.
Yeah, like you said, in history, this game's been out for a long time. Dive has always been the go-to. Unless Double Shield was meta, of course. God, I don't miss those days.
Looking at the comp reveal right off the bat here, the one thing that I see that I'm not so sure about is Blessed opting for this Doomfist mirror.
He's calling Violet's challenge, I guess. But I'm also interested. We got an Echo Mercy here as well for Violet's Baby Girls.
Yes, Lion Scratch along with Balance. We will be seeing on Betu swapping off the Hanzo to the Ash. That's just so... Ash is just so good and so potent. So much damage being able to be put out by an Ash. Getting it into the rollouts here. Nothing much. We will be seeing Arjark on a Sombra, though, trying to counteract this Doomfist of Violet. Bless being taken down dangerously low. Will not matter though. Violet getting hacked to Suzu has to be invested from Honesty in order to keep him alive. But Violet getting Blessed, getting the punch onto Violet, and one Betu just kind of looking for this Tracer, looking to click heads, looking to get set up here, knows that this
Violet's trapped!
Ooh, Violet's trapped, cannot get out. One Betu getting the pick onto Lion Scratch. No Mercy can save you from that. The hack coming out onto Honesty, trying to keep Balance alive. Bless getting a pick onto Balance. Bless getting 3. Chug Jug does get a consolation pick, but I don't think it matters, man.
No, it doesn't matter whatsoever. We see the Arjark coming in for the Sombra pick. Worst case scenario here, if you are Violet's Baby Girls. Bless already got that Meteor Strike online. Chug Jug 80 to a Pulse Bomb. They will get another recontest here, though.
Bless what are we going to see? Have that Meteor Strike. Violet Connor and team are set up to take this initiation here. Nothing quite yet, though. Letting the point get down pretty close to the capture point. Chug Jug getting taken down dangerously, so the Dynamite will be invested, forcing Chug Jug to get out.
Oh,
Taken down dangerously along one Betu and Arja combining for 2. That is both DPS down for the side of Violet Baby Girls. Bus will be taking the initiation on the high ground. Balance getting hacked. I don't think it matters though. Suzu will be invested to keep Balance alive. Can't confirm the kill quite yet though. Sport's doing such a fantastic job of keeping each other alive. But as I say that, Arja and Blando can combine to take down Honesty and Balance, and Violet is just stuck on point. 445 going into point number 2 here, man.
Very, very, very bad if you are Violet's Baby Girls right now. This flyer comp is not working very well. Ooh. Again, Lion
Scratch getting taken down early along with Chug Jug, and that's worst case scenario for Violet's Baby Girls. Getting staggered out so hard like this is the point just keeps on rolling.
5 ultimates now coming online for Dwarf Diggin. Balance switching over to an Ana, trying to find something. Lion Scratch still on that Echo. Duplication online for him. But this EMP from Arjark is going to be a big one. There's got to be a plan here. There's got to be some way to counter it. If you got to figure it out. You got to find a way.
The EMP could single-handedly shut down the push of... Oh, it's like... That's absolutely insane! That's fight. That could be fight determining right there. That's absolutely insane. Balance gets the pick on the 1-2. Taking out the Ash. Bless gets the counter pick onto Violet, though. I don't know if this EMP cancel will matter. Chug Jug does get the pick, though. Chug Jug has to invest the recall, though. Echo Dupe still online. The fight's getting very scrappy. The Echo duplication will be coming out onto Bless. Lion Scratch duplicating Bless's Doomfist. Bless does have this Meteor Strike to kind of keep this fight competitive. I think it's just Lion Scratch stuck on point here in the duplication form. Will be put on fire, and it will not matter. That sleep, though, from Balance, Mint.
Beautiful sleep, God. Yes. Despite the heroics, Dwarf Diggin holding firm. A Sombra from themselves now. If you are Violet's baby girls, now a Sombra coming out. I think it might be desperation.
This is looking like a desperation pick from this side of Violet's baby girls here. Just trying to stop the hemorrhaging, trying to stop the bleeding. But like you said, Mint, is it too little too late? Only time will tell. But because the ult economy is looking so good for the side of Dwarf Diggin, they have the Kitsune Rush along with the Meteor Strike from Bless. But the Nano Boost and Kitsune Rush will be online from Balance and Honesty from the side of Violet's baby girls. Nothing invested quite yet, though. Just getting set up, getting in poke damage. The anti-nade on Balance. That's a huge pick right off the bat. Blast forced to use the Meteor Strike to potentially get out. The hack will be coming on to Violet. Only one pick has been acquired. Oh, Blast. Saying, Violet, anything you can do, I can do better. Lion Scratch getting one in return, though. This fight is staying competitive, but I think this is fight over for the side of Violet's baby girls. Bless will be getting hacked. The Power Fist will be getting invested, but it might be just as space creation here, trying to deny what they can. Bless honestly is calling Violet out, saying, anything you can do, I can do better here, man.
Yeah, very, very dominant Doomfist performance here from Blessed, as well with Arjark. Kitsune Rush now!
Kitsune Rush will be invested from Honesty. Violet will be getting taken down. That is a takedown. Arjark will be getting picked, though, counter-picked. Chojo will be seeing an EMP getting used successfully here, and that EMP from Jug Jug is what turned that fight for them. But with 3 minutes on the time bank still, this is still an uphill battle from Violet's baby girls here, man.
Finally stopping that cart for good for at least a moment, but EMP is now online for Dwarf Diggin, as well as a Bob and a Nano Boost. This Nano Blade needs to be big.
Yes, absolutely. Bless almost has another Meteor Strike here as well. Sleep on the Chug Jug will be getting taken down significantly early here. The Nano Blade has to be invested. The hack will be coming out. Getting one. Gets the dash reset onto a second, looking for more. Will not matter, though, as Dwarf Diggins will be... Stop the hemorrhaging for a second. Lion Stash does find the pick, getting 3. Nano Blade only finding 1, but the follow-up from Lion Scratch just there. All they need is that Nano Blade to win them that fight there, Mint.
Yeah, Arjark one is not going to be wanting to watch that one back. His EMP misses the Nano Blade in Genji, and his backline gets torn to shreds.
1-2 does
best
have
case
the
scenario for
online.
Violet's baby girls.
Flicked
on again onto Arjark.
Arjark gets slapped, will not matter. Will be Violet Condor will be taking down Scarlet Speed. The anti-nade will be coming out on the Violet. Violet just barely escapes with his life. Just opting to play it safe, play it for now. Will be getting hacked once again. No ultimates are invested from either side. 1-2 still holding on to this Bob that they have had since about halfway through point 2. The Violet Condor are looking for the engagement. Will be opting to get out, though. The punch will be coming in from Blessed, who does have this Meteor Strike available. Violet Condor just taking space.
House in trouble.
Hacked. Balance goes down early. That's a big source of healing out. The Suzu has to be invested. The Sombra 1v1 Chojo gets the better of Arjark. Kitsune Rush is online for Honesty. Will they need to invest it? The Doomfist
no.
Bob is invested along with the Nano Boost onto Bless, but the counter Kitsune Rush also invested from Honesty. This fight's going back and forth here. Mint and Violet Condor has to use the Meteor Strike. Honesty, 2 big headshots onto the Ana Blando. Lion Scratch getting another. Lion Scratch with a third. And
He's
Violet's
1
baby girls,
HP!
Violet's baby girls have stopped the bleeding and have gotten this down to a very competitive time bank here, man.
Weathering the storm, Violet, absolutely a menace. He is so slippery on the point. Building a meteor strike just in time to get himself out. He had 1 bar of HP. He got that meteor strike. He was able to get out of there.
And with 30 seconds left, Bless does opt to swap to this Genji. This is not looking very good for the side of Dwarf Diggins, as they do not have the ultimates to take this. Violet's baby girls have a Nano Blade and an EMP online. Man, this can those 3 ults right there can...
It's a big
but Bless has something to say about it, though. Bless is going to make this competitive. Scarlet's here with another pick. That's the blade out. And with 10 seconds left, this is getting competitive. The Translocator will be taken down from Violet's baby girls on Chug Jug. Balance is in a lot of trouble. Bless is making this very competitive. The Kitsune Rush will be invested along with just a regular drive blade. Lion Scratch with 2. Lion Scratch getting that resets left, right, and center. Lion Scratch going absolutely insane this last fight, trying to take this out before it hits point number 3. EMP will be invested from Chug Jug, and Violet Condor will be cleaning up off of it. This is looking very bad. Worst case scenario for the side of Dwarf Diggins. And Violet's baby girls, from the brink of defeat, stopped the bleeding and managed to come back in overtime, preventing the full cap on Route 66.
Beautiful, beautiful point C defense. I believe that was what? Was that a 4-minute hold? 5-minute hold?
Something like that, man. Absolutely insane
little bit of luck.
Defense.
Like I said, a little bit of luck, but a lot. And I mean a lot of clutching coming out from a couple of very, very important individuals for this team.
Absolutely. And I do want to point something out. The ult usage from Dwarf Diggins is what ultimately led to their demise there. They kept on building ults, banking 4, but at the same time, though, in those fights, Violet's baby girls were able to counteract with an ult of their own in response.
Massive ults of their own. As Lion Scratch just says, no nano, no problem. I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to slice and dice. I'm going to make some sashimi. I'm going to win. I'm going to give my team a win con from what was otherwise an impossible mountain to climb.
Yeah, an insane hold from the side of Violet's baby girls here. Honestly, yet to pick. We will be seeing the same composition from the side of Violet's baby girls that ended up winning them the point on defense with the Sombra Genji Doomfist on a Kiriko. And Scarlet Speed opting to play the Brigitte, trying to weather the dive a little bit more from the side of Violet's baby girls.
Oh, the Brigitte pick, as well as the Ash from One Betsu. Looking to make a little bit of a poke, a little bit of a dive, a little bit of in between, a little bit of a hybrid. Arjark on that number again.
Opening Dynamite from One Betsu will be getting a lot of damage out. Already 13 to this Bob and counting. Blando is also just farming this nano boost. No real commitment has been made from either team, just trying to force cooldowns. Honestly, will be taken down low due to One Betsu's Dynamite on this Ash. The hack will be attempted to come out, but will not matter. Arjark gets forced out. Once again, the Doomfist from Violet investing here will not be getting any direct value. Scarlet Speed takes down Honesty. Bless takes down Chug Jug. And this Brigitte keeps the whole entire backline up. Everybody holding that gas station. Brigitte says, hold my hand. I will take you to victory.
Oh, Brigitte, so hard to counter. And it's looking like I've said, map 1, they're playing a counter dive style. They're waiting for Violet to make the first move, and they're going to collapse. And the Brigitte certainly helps in that.
Yes, absolutely. Bless doing a very good job of collapsing onto his backline, almost as if they're opting for this bait and switch playstyle, the counter dive, which is honestly looking very nice. They're looking to catch Bless out here, but he has all the support in the world. Bless can't do anything wrong right now. He gets the punch, just opts to jump back onto the big girls, knows that those cooldowns are big, is what they force. So the hack does come out on the Violet Condor, well, almost, as I say. The jump will be coming out onto Lion Scratch. Will be kept up by the backline, though. Primal Rage is almost online from Bless here. Going hard, looking for the sleep dart. Will be used by Bounce. Will not matter, though. Bless getting one. Violet does get the trade onto Scarlet Speed. This fight's very competitive, though.
Whoa!
Two going into the way of Violet's baby girls. The Primal Rage is just left on point, along with Scarlet Speed on the Brigitte, managing to stay alive through thick and thin. They can't kill this Brigitte mint. But I don't think it matters. I think that this is fight over, and more cart push towards the end of point 1 here for the side of Violet's baby girls.
The hack fist combo, beautiful, getting a hack onto a target. It's finally working for Violet's baby girls. However, they will not guarantee point A. In fact, here comes the recontest. Nano Blade coming out,
finding the pick on the Blando. Blind Scratch with 2. The Nano Boost is on Scarlet Speed though with the rally, the raid boss. Just holding that one into the back line. I don't think it matters, man. I think it might be too little too late. Violet Condor confirming the pick on his Scarlet Speed. Violet Condor and Lion Scratch combining for 4 respectively. And Chug Jug getting the final. And that is a full team wipe for Violet's baby girls. And with almost 4 minutes, that's a pretty comfortable time bank looking into second point here, man.
Beautiful, beautiful combination of ults there from Violet's baby girls. They're going to be taking some kills here.
One Betu almost got caught out. Blando does manage to save them. Violet Condor gets punished though for the over-aggression, the over-commitment, trying to get One Betu on the Ashe. One Betu again though taking down dangerously low. Lion Scratch also caught in a very bad spot. The Winston doing his best to make his life miserable. Taking down dangerously low. I don't think it matters though. As the Blessed says, you want to save your Genji? I'll just take you out instead. The commitment coming out from the side of Dwarf Diggin, just holding down this opening choke. Chug Jug is looking for a constellation pick, finding it onto One Betu, but it might be too little too late here, man.
Punished over aggression, but at this point, it only costs them 30 seconds as an EMP
coming out onto Scarlet Speed and Blando. That's Ardrug will be getting the counter pick. Scarlet Speed doing a fantastic job of keeping him and his other support up. This Brigitte, just such big dive denial. Won't be entering. The hack will be coming out on Scarlet Speed though. Chug Jug will be getting that pick. Both supports will be going down from the side of Dwarf Diggin. Bless already invested the Primal Rage early here. The Meteor Strike will have to be invested. One Betu does manage to escape it. We'll be taking down Ardrug's Translocator. Violet Condor getting the pick onto One Betu. And this is getting really competitive again here, Mint, because Bounce and Lion Scratch have a Nano Blade combo again. But there's also a Bob, a Rally, and a Nano Boost on the field for the side of Dwarf Diggin here.
You gotta figure out a plan. You gotta figure something. We got a Nano
Winston.
Boost
onto the Winston, looking to get some sort of value in the backline, but Honesty's so shifty on this Kiriko. Plus, we'll be getting to pick on the Lion Scratch. That's the blade out of the way. Nano Boost not quite online yet, but the Ashe from One Betu just popping heads, playing aim left, posted up on the high ground. The rally is invested. I don't know if that was necessarily needed, but sometimes it's better to over-ult and win a fight than under-ult and lose it, man.
This is very true. However, I don't know if they realize that a Nano Blade is online and you just lost your only counter. Actually, that Ardrug does get a pick though.
This Sombra duel is something that we need to pay a little bit more attention to here, man. This Sombra duel has been taken down. This other lane has been so heavily contested by both Sombras. That might will be invested earlier. Not really finding any value. One Betu still holding on to this Bob, but I don't know if it'll be enough to counteract the Nano Blade coming out here from Lion Scratch and Balance. They're just lying in wait, waiting for it. They do find the Sombra gets antied right away. Honesty getting taken down by One Betu. That's the Kiriko down.
There's the Nano Blade.
The Nano Blade, the hack will be coming out. Lion Scratch finding nothing though. Well, actually finding one, but it might be too little too late there. As Ardrug gets the pick on the Balance and Blast. I don't think it matters here, as Honesty was taken down very early, and that's all the healing gone from the side of Violet's baby girls. And I think the Nano Blade was too little too late there, man.
Too little too late. They took too long to set up for that dive. You needed to get there before ending picks now. You had to get that before Ardrug now, who has that EMP. You had to make a move sooner than you did.
The big win count for the side of Violet's baby girls there did get staggered a little bit, but 3 ults on the side of Dwarf Diggin, along with support ults right around the corner. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to use the EMP. Does come out. That's a 4-man EMP. The Meteor Strike has to be invested for Violet to try to recover what they can. One Betu getting a pick on the Lion Scratch. Scarlet Speed getting Violet, and this is not looking good, man. 5 seconds and counting. 3, 2, 1. Can Violet's baby girl touch the point? The answer is no, and we have a winner. Dwarf Diggins manage to confirm the series 3-0.
Get your brooms out. It's a sweep, everybody. Man, oh man. There was a world in which they won, but they took too long to commit to that Nano Blade, and the EMP buildup already sealed their fate.
That seemed to be the big determining factor here from the side of Violet's baby girls, man, was the just timing of which they decided to use ults, because it seems like they were either investing either really early in getting a decisive fight win, or they were investing too late and the fight was already lost for them. But we can talk about all we want about how they could have done better. Now, Mint, our time for our favorite segment. We get to name a player of the match.
Player of the match. Well, I think this one is also just as obvious as yesterday's. It's gotta be the man who held them strong and firm. Bless is my pick today.
Absolutely. We will be looking to get Bless in call here soon. And with that being said, we will see you guys in a second, hopefully joined by Bless. And we are back, joined by the player of the match, Blessed. Blessed, how were your nerves going into the match tonight?
Well, you're always a little nervous when it's a tourney match, right? But I try to go in with the mindset that you're going in with respect for the players, and then you peel that back as you start like getting away with more and more stuff.
Absolutely. And looking at the team as a whole, how were you guys throughout the match as a team as a whole? How was the energy, the vibes? Because that plays a really big factor in how a match plays out for a team too.
Well, the first map was closer than we'd have liked it to have been. We made some like crucial mistakes and stuff wasn't going our way. But the fact that we won it really gave us a boon.
Absolutely. And what are your guys' goals as a team here for the rest of this? And I assume we kind of know the answer here for this, winning, of course. But any personal goals besides just winning, getting better?
Honestly, we're all just here to have fun, so that's what we're all here for.
Absolutely. And one final question here. Actually, Mint, do you have anything? I forgot what I was going to say. I got sidetracked.
I have no questions here. You asked all the questions I would have liked to ask.
Cool. Well, with that being said, Blessed, I appreciate you joining us. A heck of a match. and we look forward to seeing you in the championship bracket. Thank you for joining us, Bless.
Thank you, thank you,
Congratulations, sir.
thank you.
Welcome back, Overwatch fans. We are looking at the second match of the night. Will be Stir Fry and Yes, believe it or not, that is the actual team name. No judgment. Looking into this match here, a bit of wild cards here. But before we dive into that, once again, I am joined by my lovely co-caster, Mint. What are we looking forward to in the second match coming out, Mint?
See, that question is, I don't think I have an answer to it because I don't really know enough about these two teams to predict anything. All I know is that Lijiang Tower is our first map, and it could really be anything here.
I agree. A lot of brawl-heavy playstyles on Control Center and Night Market. Going into Lijiang Tower, we did see yesterday a little bit of a wild card from one of the teams running a Bastion for a majority of it.
Yeah, Bastion specialist teams. I don't want to see that again. It's disgusting. Gross. I want to see environmental kills. That's my vote. That gets my vote. That's what I want to see. I could care less about anything else. I just want to see environmental kills.
Environmentals are always a fun part of the game, whether it be from afar, Lucio specifically, to Lucio players in and of ourselves, Min. I think we can all respect the good old Lucio environmental kills. Going into map 1, though, we not really knowing much about how these two teams play. We will be starting on Control Center, and Control Center is known for the spam brawl hybrid comps here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. That much it is. In the past, it's been home to a lot of different compositions, a lot of very special moments. Lijiang Tower, we did see yesterday, like we said, that Bastion composition. I don't assume we're going to see the same thing again here today, but we're going to see something fun.
And I do want to point this out here, though. Interesting team composition from the side of... That is not... from Stir Fry, I apologize. But once again, I do want to remind everybody, this is win or go home for both these teams here, Mint.
Win or go home indeed, and they're going to put their cards, all their hopes, they're going to bet on black. They're betting with a pharmacy. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That's definitely a bit of a different pick here from the side of Stir Fry. We'll be seeing a bit more traditional composition from the side of opting for the Ramatra May Reaper, a little different than the traditional Simjunk that we see. Shadow Kage is running this Genji, though, along with Lily Plays on the Reinhardt, along with the Ana and Mercy to accompany said Genji and Pharah. Getting into map 1 here, Topper has to invest in Nemesis form, gets the pick on the Human, and Trilogy will be getting the pick onto Lily Plays, and that is the healing and tank down from the side of Stir Fry, and I think this is just reset here for the side of Stir Fry, man.
Yeah, heavy reset. Building up to that barrage, 3 Owls just poking out as they find Trilogy, Shadow Kage. Finding a pick, maybe a lifeline.
Shadow Kage. 3 Owl already has a barrage though, man. The 3 Owl looking absolutely huge. Will they pop the barrage though? The answer we'll find out here in a second. This is just cleanup phase though, as the side of Stir Fry has managed to flip the point here. Topper going down, and believe it or not, Stir Fry managed to flip it.
The poke from the pharmacy is absolutely massive. They say you can have the point, you can have 23%. We're just going to keep poking on. Lucy's going to switch over to that Cassidy, though. Barrage already online here for 3 Owl, as now we are still just poking out. Waiting to reset, waiting to re-engage. Here's Topper's going to go ahead and start pressing W.
Shadow Kage almost with that blade as well, almost with the Nano Blade combination. Big anti-nade from Human, though. Will not be able to get any picks off of it, though. The Reinhardt of Lily Plays. Oh, 3 Owl looking for the barrage. Gets 1, gets 2. Will be followed up on 3 Owl. Big damage on the barrage. The Immortality Field does manage to save him for a second, but it will not matter.
The pincer maneuver with the barrage now. Every single, besides said barrage now, is built up for the side of Stir Fry, as you're looking for an answer. You gotta find some way with this annihilation, this window, this sound barrier that you have now.
A lot of pressure is put on Trilogy here in order to counter this Nano Blade from Human and Shadow Kage. Along with Topper's Annihilation and an Amplification Matrix from Pandora's Fox.
There's that Nano Blade.
Will be invested in return along with the Immortality Field. The Annihilation in return forces Shadow Kage to retreat the point. Woozy taking down the dangerously low HP. Sure, he doesn't have a Blizzard online. Nothing yet, though, as it is just trades coming out from cooldowns. The Amplification Matrix will be invested. The Big Shatter coming out from Lily Plays, putting full on the ground. The Reinhardt says hammer down, and that is a team wipe for the side of Stir Fry. And we are at 80% already here, man.
Lily Plays, serves him up on a plate for 3 Owl and Shadow Kage. Only a Blizzard now and a Wrecking Ball Hope Touch. That's all you have if you're Topper's gonna try. He's gonna run the outside. He almost gets spooked off the map here by 3 Owl. Another barrage for
10% in
3
counting. 3 Owl does in fact have the barrage, but sure he does have the Blizzard to try to counteract it. Trilogy going for the touch will manage to get there along with Topper, but 3 Owl just shuts it down with the barrage, getting the stall pick. Sure, he'd be fun to pick on the Lily Plays though. That's a big pick onto the Reinhardt. The Blizzard will be invested. Blizzard will not, in fact, be deflected. We will not be seeing a repeat of map number 1. Woozy getting one with the Deadeye, and we will be seeing the 99% point flip here. Pandora's Fox opting to swap over to the Ana.
Pandora's Fox picked off by 3 Owl already. Another pick reminiscent of first fight.
3 Owl putting in so much work onto this Ana. Lily Plays looking for the re-engagement here as Stir Fry looks who pushed the point here, but Topper just holding down W and M1. Topper will be getting anti-nated though. That is a big anti-nade from Human though. Woozy getting the pick in return. This fight's getting very competitive, man. 3 Owl just on the off angle doing so much damage. The Nano is almost online for Human. Woozy stuck in this server room trying to contest 3 Owl as much as possible. The Mercy of Salem will be taken down though. Woozy has the weight of the world on his shoulders though. Human will be investing the Nano boost on to 3 Owl, but it won't matter. Shadow Kage forced to hold deflect, will not matter. Woozy with 3 in this fight. The Cassidy from Woozy going absolutely hard in the paint. And Topper just finishing it off here.
Pandora's Fox, an absolutely insane pick onto Zaylene, killing mid-Valkyrie. But 3 ults now coming online. That Blade, the Barrage, the Shatter. Shatter and a Nano for the side of This is going to be an insane last fight here for all the marbles here for round 1.
Topper and Trilogy do have a big role to play in this fight to block the Shatter and to use the beat to counteract this Blade. No Nano on the side of Stir Fry. The Shatter will be invested, only finding one pick on the Shuri. Oh, but he gets pinned out of the Shatter! Woozy does get the counter pick onto Shuri, and Shadow Kage will be finding another pick off in return. 3 Owl will pick off onto Woozy. Topper the pick off onto 3 Owl. This fight's getting really heavily contested on point. Shadow Kage will be anti-nated, will not matter though. Trilogy staying alive on point. Zaylin will be taken down. It's just Shadow Kage left, and Lily Plays making the swap over to Wrecking Ball. Topper will be finding the other pick, and this is just cleanup at this point. The last second stall picks trying to come out here from the side of Stir Fry. The big anti-nade will be coming out on the Shadow Kage. The Wrecking Ball of Lily Plays will be getting taken off point, and that will be point number 1 in the books. 99-99 here, Min. And reminiscent of our first match of the day, from 0 to hero from the side of
It was, in fact, 99-26. They managed to weather the storm of 3 Owls. Pharah. Are we going to see a Pharah again here as we go to Garden? Personal favorite of mine. If you're going to run a pharmacy, this is probably the best point you could do it on.
I 100% agree here, Mint. We'll be seeing Lily Plays swapping over to the Winston, while it does look like the side of is going to be opting for that more brawl-centric play style with the Symmetra teleporting onto point here.
Symmetra teleport and a rush. They're going to look to bunker down just like they did on Control Center here. Symmetra, one Symmetra does go into the middle of nowhere, however, but they are going to bunker down. And they're going to wait. They're going to try to weather this storm.
3 Owl has the read here. 3 Owl is such a strong counter to the composition they're running. Woozy just taking pop shots, hoping to get some damage in. 3 Owl already 30% to a barrage here, man. And the Winston will be diving in here. Lily Plays getting taken down dangerously. The anti-nade will be coming out, saving Lily Plays and getting immense value. Trades are coming out. The 3 Owl gets one, but Woozy will be trading it immediately onto Shadow Kage. And this is just back and forth, poke and prod, looking for any inch of space here. Lily Plays will be reinvesting. Already halfway to 3 Owl already has his barrage though. Lily Plays will be getting taken down dangerously. Will be getting taken down as I'm sorry. The point flip will be coming in, and 3 Owl just has to hold this. Oh, the solo barrage! Right as I say that, it will be holding it for fight 2. The solo barrage comes in. The reinforcements are here, man. Topper stuck on point with Trilogy being taken down by who other than 3 Owl. Topper getting taken down. 3 Owl with 3.
The Pharah pick finally paying off yet again here for Stir Fry, as they're going to be looking for some staggers, some more damage. Topper's going to swap over to a D.Va, try to counter this Pharah a little bit more, this nuisance, this menace. Trilogy with a sound barrier now.
I think what really shut down this Pharah, what really counteracted it, was Woozy on that Cassidy last round. Just able to sit on the off angle and just sit there and poke, making sure that they couldn't take the engage. But 3 Owl's already over halfway to another barrage.
The power of a Mercy Blue Beam, ladies and gentlemen.
Sim Teleport will be coming out here, finding not necessarily any value right off the bat as far as picks go from 3 Owl, but just poking. Woozy will be taking down Zaylan. That's the Mercy. The beat has to be invested from Trilogy in order to somewhat bring this fight back for the side of Stir Fry. The Nano Boost will be coming out onto Lilith Plays, but I think it's too little too late here, Mint. Right as I say that though, Lilith and 3 Owl are making this very contestable on point. Woozy going absolutely insane. The Primal Rage has to be invested from Lilith to try to contain this fight somehow, some way. But Shuri is back as reinforcement. The main will be getting focused down here from Lily's Primal Rage. I apologize, but it will not matter. Trilogy and Topper combined for the remaining picks, and that is a point flip for the side of
If you're Stir Fry, you will take 65%. You're gonna rebuild back on some ults. You've already got Barrage. You've got a Dragon Blade that has no counters, but does have that Blizzard and that Self-Destruct.
Yes, the good old Blizzard with Bomb combo. We will be seeing Topper try to contest the fire right away here. We do see Lily Play swapping over to the Zarya, trying to counteract Topper's D.Va pick here. The May cry out Loose Force very early.
As the Dragon Blade!
The Dragon Blade getting 1, that is Lucy down 2! The Sleep Dart misses, getting 3, it's slash and dash. The dash resets, the last second Desperation Bomb trying to come in, does find the Lily Plays. But I think it's too little too late here, man. The res is there, but I don't think it matters. Topper going absolutely crazy on this D.Va as Human just is able to keep everybody up. But the point stall is looking pretty good here from the side of Stir Fry. But is just counting up and up. But Stir Fry do manage to flip this.
Yeah, but for how much longer will Stir Fry flip this for? 75 and counting. Gonna have to be okay with that.
Last fight territory here, getting very, very close for both teams. The Rocket Barrage is online for 3 Owl, along with Pandora's Fox having that nano boost and almost another beat drop from Trilogy. Just a little poke game here. The rotation will be coming in through the server white room on this right side here for the side of This is best case scenario if you're 3 Owl here. You love this positioning from the other team to hit a barrage here. Especially with Topper going in hard like that. Maywall will be invested there. Shadow Kage getting the pick on the Shuri, and just the sheer amount of damage. Man, 97, 98 and counting. It's just left on Topper with the weight of the world on their shoulders. We'll be getting the Nano Boost. We'll be finding the pick on the Human. The Rocket Barrage will be invested, finding Woozy, but Woozy from the grave gets a pick. Lily Plays will be able to get the pick on the Topper. Zaylan gets the Resurrect onto Human, and I think it's too little too late here, man. Just stall picks coming out from the side of Stir Fry. The Moira from Pandora's Fox tries to hide, but that does not matter. You will be caught up by Shadow Kage's blade. And we are 1-1 here, man.
Stir Fry, tie this game up, this map up. If you're going to do it with a Pharah, this is the point you're going to do it. And Night Market as well. Pharah's playground. You got to come up with an answer if you're on.
100%. 3 Owl is just getting so much value on this Pharah. It will be interesting to see if the side of decide to stick Woozy on this Soldier 76 for another round, or if they're going to opt for a Cassidy instead with a little bit more burst to take out this pharmacy. We will be seeing Pandora's Fox though making the Ana switch rather than a Baptiste, and with the way that Stir Fry are playing, I would prefer a Bap here in this situation, man.
Same here, but Ana's gonna come out nonetheless, as it looks like We're going to try to hunker down yet again here on the 9 market point. The Pharah coming out from 3L, as we already know.
Sim Teleport will be coming out on the point. 3Owl just poking and prodding. Shadow Kage getting taken down dangerously. Has to use the dash to even get out here. Lily plays, gets melted from the Symmetra though. Not enough healing from this side of... Ooh, the Helix from Uzi, absolutely disgusting. And it looks like this Symmetra bunker comp is just bunkered up on point, and that's all they needed to do in order to win the first fight here, Mint.
All they had to do was speed onto the Zarya, overwhelm her with damage, the Sim turrets, the Sim beam, all you need. Ramatra Nemesis form is well thrown in there, and it's going to be a reset here. His ults are getting built up halfway to that tactical visor.
And we seem, the side of have seemed to weather the storm from 3Owl's far a little bit here. Woozy looking to take the off angle, trying to get the pick onto 3Owl. Woozy with the pick on the Zaylan, that's even better. That's an even better pick than the far, killing in the pocket. 3Owl forced to play very, very safe here. The bubble will be invested onto Shadow Kage, but this looks like it's just a stabilization, potential fight reset for the side of Stir Fry. The 18A will be coming in the topper though. Shuri and Trilogy taken down dangerously though. The reinvestment will be coming in from Shadow Kage, catching Shuri out, but the Symmetra turret's doing so much work. Even from the grave, Shuri's getting so much value on this Symmetra. Uzi taking down dangerously low though. Poking and prodding at this far. The visor almost online. 3Owl does manage to find the pick onto Pandora's Fox. And this is on Woozy once again to try to... Ooh, almost getting booped off the map though. Top, Trilogy finding a pick onto Human. 3Owl getting the trade though. Shadow Kage. And this fight is getting really heavily contested on point. The Resurrect will be coming out into Human. And I think, Mint, with 65% and counting, we're about to have a point flip.
67%. If you're you'll take that, but it could have been more. Without the overextension, all Human needed to do was hit a triple bio nade to break you open. And now, ultimate economy, very nice for both sides. It's going to be a battle of Qs yet again.
Absolutely. And looking at the ults for Stir Fry here, they do have a Nanoblade that could be a single-handed fight win right there, along with a potential Grav Barrage combination, but they do have to worry about the Symmetra Wall and Visor and Beat Drop from the side of Symmetra Wall does come in, splitting the point in half. Topper and Shuri getting taken, hit with the anti-nade. Trilogy getting taken down dangerously low. 3L looking for this barrage, but I don't think it matters. Pandora's bot, they're investing, man. They're hitting everything.
That's all they needed to do. They needed the beat, Simwall, Ramatra. That's all you need. Human's gonna have to go for a reset here. 71, now we're ticking up. It's getting very dicey for Stir Fry.
I do want to point out that the Nanoblade was invested, forcing Shadow Kage to swap over to this Ashe. 3Owl and Lily plays still do have this Grav Barrage combo, but with the Nano Visor on the field for this is looking very, very good for them, man.
Yes, this Graviton Barrage combo needs to be big. 10% left here. It's getting to a point. You're running Mercy Lucio now just to get a stall touch here.
The
falls Human.
The Nano Visor will be coming in. We'll be getting shut down by 3Owl. Shuri getting the trade. Pandora's, but Shuri going absolutely huge on this Symmetra. Trilogy with the counter pick, and this is point one. Map number one goes the way of
Beautiful, hunker down, outwaiting, just buying your time, weathering the storm against this far. They manage. And Woozy on that Soldier 76. You can't walk on point with your Zarya. You got Sim turrets everywhere.
Yes, absolutely great gameplay here from Woozy, shutting down the Nanoblade, just shutting down ults left, right, and center, honestly, and being the thorn in the side of 3Owl's Pharah here, man.
Hit scan, man. Tale as old as time. Pharah players wince. They cringe hearing the word hit scan. And especially the fact that Soldier did get buffed recently. A little bit of damage buff. You take what you can get.
Yeah. And looking into map number 2 here, not 100% sure what we are getting ourselves into, but from the side of Stir Fry, do you think that they're going to stick with this Pharah-based comp, or do you think that Woozy on the Soldier, Cassidy hybrid, whatever they might play, is enough to deter them from winning it again?
Well, seeing as the fact they ran the Pharah comp on Control Center, I think that we are going to continue to see some type of flyer comp, whether it be switching to an Echo or staying on this Pharmacy. I think we're going to keep seeing this Pharah comp from 3Owl, even if he gets hard countered by hit scan.
Absolutely. And I do want to point out Zaylin doing such a good job of just being a nuisance, just flying around in the air, playing in spots to where Woozy really had to overextend if they wanted to get a pick onto them. And that I know Overwatch players have a tendency to meme Mercy players, but that's some really good Mercy play coming out from Zaylin right there.
Not usually highlighted Mercy play. I would know. I got stuck in Mercy jail quite a few times in my career, but yes, Mercy movement, especially with the release of Overwatch 2, how much they've changed the way Mercy movement feels. It is impressive to say the least. How much of a nuisance you can just be as a moth flying around, especially with this new Mercy movement that some would say is better than the old one.
Absolutely. And the tank matchup, honestly, in my opinion, seems to be pretty even here. There is no real there for me it feels like there's no real tank domination from either side. It's just two tanks waging war, taking inches upon inches of what either one will give.
Yes, it's going to be a war between the tanks, but the DPS battle, it's already been decided on Lijiang Tower, but we're going to be heading to a hybrid as well as a break. See you guys in just a moment for this hybrid map that's coming up next.
welcome back to the Stir Fry match, gearing up for map number 2, which will be King's Row. Mint, what are we expecting?
Well, like I said before the break, I'm expecting another Pharah. I really am. I don't think the unwillingness to switch off of Pharah throughout that entire Lijiang Tower shows me I think they're going to try and stick with this. They're going to keep, forcing it regardless of the amount of hit scans that bring out. Stir Fry are going to keep running this Pharah comp here. In terms of I really think that they're just going to keep running this poke rush hybrid style, especially for King's Row. It'll work very well.
Absolutely. And King's Row, like we've touched upon many of times here, man, a very brawl-heavy map. We saw it last match with Violet's Baby Girls and Dwarf Diggins, I apologize. With the Junker Queen comps, just the straight WM1 style. And I wonder if we're going to be seeing the same thing from either of these sides here. But like you were touching upon earlier, 3 Owl seems to be very inclined to keep running this far through thick and thin. But only time will tell here, man, as we get geared up for map number 2.
And it looks like we are heading into the beautiful, beautiful sky, beautiful city of King's Row here in England. Yet again, we see King's Row. It seems to be King's Row loves to get picked, but with 20 seconds before we assemble your heroes, I just want to make a public service announcement here. Can you guess what that is, Josh?
I'm not quite sure, man. Why don't you tell us here?
I want everybody to listen up. Turn me up if you have to. Touch the point. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another one. I will break my monitor.
We have been seeing a few unfortunate endings to the King's Row map specifically the past couple days here. A lot of letter numbers, as some people will call it, coming out in chat. And looking at comps here, Topper opting to take a page out of Violet's Baby Girl's book here and run the Doomfist.
Yeah, the Doomfist yet again for the attacking side, but 3 Owl is on May. The Pharah has gone away. Sounds like they've heard me. They're running an Ana Zen with an Orisa here.
10 seconds before doors drop. Topper will be making the swap over to the Ramacha. Pretty standard comp here from the side of and it really just looks like Stirfire opting for more comfort picks more than anything else.
It looks like Woozy's also going to be sticking this Widowmaker here.
Will they be able to click any heads? Time will tell. Lily Plays already has the 4-5 force, and the Javelin will not be finding any contact right off the bat here. Topper will be using the speed boost to get on the point. Shadowkage looking for the flank. Will not be finding any picks right off the bat. Topper getting taken down dangerously. 3 Owl just getting spammed out. Topper still sitting at half HP. The Discord will be coming out onto Topper. Woozy just trying to click heads, trying to find any sort of opening. Shuri does get the wall onto Lily Plays, but I don't think it matters. Shuri will be finding the pick onto Human. That's the Zen and a lot of damage down. Lily Plays looking to regress here. The nade will be having to be coming to keep them up, though. The Nemesis form will be invested, and I think this is going to be a point cap for here.
Indeed it will be. So much damage and spam, forcing them to back off as Woozy gets a pick onto Zaylene. And
that's
just
a big
the threat of this
Widowmaker,
second one. The threat of this Widowmaker forcing so much of more of a passive playstyle here as a third comes out for Woozy.
Oh, 4!
Unbelievable. The Widowmaker post nerf getting 4 in that fight. Like I said though, the threat of that Widowmaker is forcing such a passive and
already with the Infrasight. Even post-nerf is looking so strong. We will be seeing swaps coming out for the side of Stir-Fry. Going back to the Pharah Genji lineup here, DPS-wise. Lily Plays will be making the swap over to Zarya. Infrasights are invested early, forcing 3 Owl and the backline of Stir-Fry to play very, very passive. There is a Blizzard, a Nano Boost. There's 4 ults on the field for the side of here, man.
They've got everything they could possibly need and more. Only doubles a portal for Stir Fry. As Woozy's just taking pot shots, trying to find another pick. This Widowmaker is such a threat to the side of Stir Fry here.
Lily Plays getting walled off here. Very nice wall from Shuri. Oh, 3 Owl. Ooh, the sleep dart from Pandora's Fox. being the difference maker here. Topper getting taken down to dangerously low HP will be popping that Annihilation. The Nano Boost comes onto the Zenyatta. The Transcendence will be forced, but Zalian's anti, but it will be keeping Shadow Kage up just in the nick of time, though. Human getting the pick on the Shuri, but will be only finding that one kill. Zalian is forced to just step back onto point. Shadow Kage will be finding the pick on the Trilogy. This fight's not quite over yet here. Pandora's Fox will be getting the pick onto Shadow Kage, but I think it might be a little too late, as it is just three out left on point. Pandora's Fox with a second. Lily Plays is up and back on the Reinhardt, and Zalian has not been contested whatsoever in the backline, just keeping everybody alive here.
Pumping heals into this Reinhardt here. Human will fall to Topper in the Nemesis form, and that'll crack it open there.
Shadow Kage does get the last second touch. Woozy getting the final laugh, though, as 4 minutes and 40 seconds rolling into point 3 here, men.
Very dangerous territory here, as a lot of ults. Woozy, I can't even finish my sentence before they've killed another person.
Pushing up, getting aggressive, taking 3L down to dangerously low HP. Another shot, and they would have been dead. But we will be seeing the Blade and Dragon Strike from the side of Stir Fry, but another 4 ults on the table here from the side of
Yeah, it's looking like a Nano or Mantra potentially. They do not have anything to counter the Dragon Blade of Shadow Kage, however, so you got to be careful here.
Reinhardt of Lily Plays will be taking the engagement. Will not matter though. Shadow Kage getting forced with the Dragon Blade. Will not matter. Topper popping the Annihilation, annihilating everything in their path.
A triple kill for Topper. 3L trying to salvage this fight somehow, but the card is still rolling. 3 minutes 48. 3 minutes 45 now. It's going to be stall time.
Stuck in no man's land. It does have this rocket barrage, but kind of stuck out between a rock and a hard place. Does manage to get the mini, but it will not matter. Woozy finding the pick. The SMG coming out. Shadow Kage does swap over the Widow to try to take a Widow Mirror of their own, but I don't think it matters here. Woozy and Shirley are going absolutely crazy, cleaning up the point number 3, and with almost 3.5 minutes left, is looking very comfortable capping King's Row in this time bank.
3 minutes 30. What a Widowmaker performance, honestly, I would say. Shutting down the original plan of Stir Fry, forcing them to go back to a Pharah comp, and still nothing can be done against Woozy's Widowmaker, forcing so much space to be given up for just the threat of the Widowmaker headshot, even post-nerf. Something's got to give. You got to contest Woozy somehow, some way.
It'll be interesting to see if the side of Stir Fry opts to go for a little bit more dive, or if they will let Shadow Kage take this Widow duel. That's something we're going to have to pay attention to as the heroes get unlocked. But it looks like Woozy will be opting for the Sojourn, and Shadow Kage and 3L are opting for the Tried and True. Well, I wouldn't say Tried and True. Genji and Pharah combo, but right as I say that, Shadow Kage swapping over to the Widowmaker.
It looks to me like Woozy's predicting a dive switch up here, which is why he's going over to the Sojourn for some more mobility, some more movement, some more protection for himself. But Lily Plays on the Reinhardt. It's an Ana Kiriko as well for their back line. I don't think dive is in any question here.
Easy for you to say.
I would have to agree with you, Mint. And we will be seeing a little bit more standard composition from the side of Will Shadow Kage be able... No, Shadow Kage immediately swaps over to the Genji in fear of potentially getting spammed out. Maywall is invested early from Shuri, blocking off that potential Widow headshot angle. But with no Widow on the board, this is free reign now for Shadow Kage potentially. The Nemesis form is invested from Topper early. Taking down dangerously low. Sleep does come out. No anti-name for the follow-up. Trilogy getting taken down really low as well. But for the most part, it looks like they're able to stay relatively healed up and relatively safe. Trilogy does get the pick on the Shadow Kage. Fight breaking out. 3L getting taken down dangerously low with no mercy to really help them out here. Just the Ana relying to hit shots in the air. Lily Plays does get walled off. Lily Plays will be getting taken down by Pandora's Fox, and I think this is fight reset for the side of Stir Fry.
Yeah, so much damage going into that Reinhardt shield. There's nothing that you can do as a Reinhardt now. Your shield's getting absolutely torn to shreds. Your team will get lit up. As we see a Winston switch over here from Lily Plays.
Interesting decision to go for a little bit more dive-centric, especially against a brawl comp, compared to a rather more poke style with a Pharah. And We will be seeing the Anthony coming out into hitting Woozy and Trilogy early, and I don't think it matters though. No follow-up will be made. Just spamming out, looking to get any sort of opening pick from either side. The initiation will be coming out from Topper, using the Nemesis form, trying to get something. The Annihilation will be committed, and Woozy and Topper just going ham, holding W.
Annihilation's all you need in that point. Beautiful cleanup here, but decent ult bank now built up for Stir Fry. They've got a Nano Blade and a Barrage.
3Owl is back there though. They know 3Owl is lurking in the shadows,
They're
trying
hunting.
to catch him out. They're hunting 3Owl.
But they don't realize that he's all the way back by Bookstore.
I don't think they're gonna find him here though, men.
Woozy's looking. Woozy knows. He sees him.
Woozy knows they found 3Owl. Zaylin will be switching over to the Mercy off of the Kiriko. We will be seeing a Nano Blade from the side of Stir Fry, but Trilogy does have that beat drop. This
There's that
Rocket Rush
Nano
has to
Blade.
be big. Nano Blade will be invested. Trilogy will be hitting Ajax. That is a huge blunder from the side of Woozy will be popping the overclocking response, getting 2. Topper and Woozy are making this winnable. It's just Shuri on point. The Macro, I don't know where the cryo went. Shadow Kage getting the cleanup onto Shuri. The Lucio is back from Trilogy though. Topper getting taken down dangerously low, and it's just Shadow Kage and Zaylin left with the Nano Boost from Pandora's Fox will be invested in order to potentially win this. Lily Plays though is back, getting 1. 3Owl getting the pick onto the other support. That is both supports down from the side of and that looks like it'll be fight 1 with 1:13 left.
Oh, a little close for comfort there for Stir Fry, but they got it done in the end. Despite an Ajax, made it competitive there, committing that Nano Boost, building up to another yet another Annihilation here. As Woozy heads are rolling.
Zaylin does manage to get out though with their life. Winston Bubble does have to be committed in order to stop this from getting too far out of hand from the side of Stir Fry. Topper does look to take the engage, but wisely backs up. The Valkyrie will be committed. Human sticking on this Lucio, interestingly enough. Maywall does come out to try to stop any sort of high ground potential. Primal Rage will be invested from Lily Play. Shadow Kage getting a pick. Woozy getting the trade though almost immediately though. Winston taking down the Ana. That's both supports down. Shadow Kage. The Suffer
That Annihilation
will be popped in return? Questionable decision here. We'll be finding 1 onto Lily Plays, but Mint, I think it's too little too late.
Questionable Annihilation here, but it looks like it's just stall. The Resurrection is going to come through for Lily Plays, as Shadow Kage is just going to clean up here. Ultimate's building back up. Another Dragon Blade, another Barrage for Stir Fry. Only a singular Blizzard here for the side of
And Trilogy's nowhere close to the beat drop either to counteract this Blade, along with 3Owl's Rocket Barrage here. Shuri does have a Blizzard, but it's probably going to have to use it very defensively in order to counteract this Blade. But keep in mind though, man, it's only going to be a Dry Blade.
It is only a Dry Blade, but when you got no counters, no ultimates to counter, a Dry Blade's all you need. Nobody's pushing
Lily
the
Plays
card,
and Topper both getting taken down dangerously.
Oh,
Topper, ooh, Shuri gets a nice shot onto Zaylin. Topper taking the initiation. The Blizzard will be invested, but the beat will be coming out in time. Shadow Kage with 2. Topper making this competitive though. The Ana Pandora's Fox is stuck between a rock and a hard place with the Genji on top of him, but Shadow Kage will be getting the better of the person that they counter, and it's just Shuri left on point. Shadow Kage is just cleaning house.
It's looking like doable. It's looking pretty doable here for Stir Fry as they get the beam out of the mech now.
They will be taking out Topper, but Woozy will be getting back just in time though. Will they be investing the overclock? But Zaylin is back on the Ana. 3Owl is still opting to stay on this Pharah, even though the side of are doing a pretty good job of containing them, and 3Owl doesn't have a Mercy either now.
Despite the fact that they don't have a Mercy, the DPS of Stir Fry seal second point now, 2 minutes 40 to go. Very doable here for Stir Fry.
Absolutely. We will be seeing a time advantage though for the side of already with a minute advantage. The nade will be coming out to try to keep Topper and mech. The Nano Boost is online for Pandora's Fox. Woozy getting the pick on the lead plays. It's a big opening pick. That is the tank down. All space creation is gone now. 3Owl will be following close in suit. Woozy getting the first 2 picks, going absolutely crazy on this Sojourn. Topper getting the pick and return, and this is just a reset from Stir Fry.
Stir Fry forced to reset now. It's looking pretty dire, in spite of the fact that it's doable and despite some switch-ups. The only ult you have, which is the Dragon Blade, is going to be countered by Trilogy Sound Barrier, just hopefully as long as there's no other, more Ajaxes. A Nano Overclock is looking likely here for the side of
Absolutely. Zalen closing in on this. Ooh, that's a big misplay from Lily Plays, though. Getting taken out very early, jumping into no man's land with no reinforcements. And looks like this will just be a poke and prod, trying to get out with what they can, trying to survive from the onslaught of
Lily Plays dying so early, just bleeding time out of an already low time bank here. And now, anti-nade committed, sleep dart on the topper, as Lily Plays gonna go into the back line.
Nanoblade almost online. The Primal Rage has to be invested in order to sustain this dive, but Lily Place is getting absolutely melted. There's no help that far deep into the enemy territory, and no Nanoblade can be invested now with Lily Place getting taken down.
It's starting to look impossible here for Stir Fry. Some late switches. Diva Bomb thrown into the back line. It's gonna find 3!
Even though it was just on the reset, that might be enough to stagger them out for a little bit longer. Time is the name of the game here. All needs to do is hold on, because if they are able to take this into overtime, it'll be a draw or lose situation for this side of Stir Fry Men.
Yeah, it's looking like a win is very unlikely here for Stir Fry. Reinhardt's coming out. This Nanoblade, yes, it's there, but as a counter, Trilogy is still holding on to this beat. And another blizzard has been built up. Deal tracking, you gotta realize.
On point for the side of knows that this Nanoblade is coming. He's laying in wait, waiting to pop it. Lily Plays will be opting for the Reinhardt switch here, looking to just take some sort of space here off the side of Shadow Kage and Zalen are still holding on to the amplification matrix. Will be coming out from Human. Woozy. The B will be invested before the Nanoblade can even be invested, but I don't think it matters. Well, 2 Blizzards on the field, 3 Owl and Human making this competitive. Shadow Kage, 1-3 HP, popping the blade, hoping to play hero. Shadow Kage getting the Baby Diva onto Trilogy now, does get the Mega. Trilogy forced to retreat, and this is looking very doable from the side of Stir Fry. Gone but not forgotten, men.
Nano boost now onto Shadow Kage. It's
Woozy,
a Nano Overclock Woozy!
Nano Overclock going home, getting 2! Absolutely big plays from Woozy on this Sojourn, and this is not looking good for the side of Stir Fry Topper with a Constellation pick, and Woozy just cleaning house.
Taking map 2. It got a little dicey there at the end, but the Nano Overclock that they held onto for, I want to say 2 minutes, just waiting, because they just kept getting pick after pick, forcing time to bleed out of the bank. That Nano Overclock was able to seal the deal from Woozy. Play of the game here. Triple Diva Bomb just for the memes. It reeks of old school.
As a former tank player, you love to see those highlight Diva Bombs. I miss them, man. Good old Overwatch 1, the good old Shatter Bomb combos that we saw a lot in GOATS, the Grab Bomb combos. Man, I miss it. But we can reminisce about the old days all we want, but unfortunately we have to take a break here in between map 2 and 3. This break presented by W Energy. Use code Revitalize for 10% off your next order. With that being said, we will catch you on the other side. Welcome back to map number 3 between Stir Fry and We are looking at Watch Point Gibraltar, and man, I see you have something. You got something there.
Oh yeah, what's that? What do you see, huh?
Oh, maybe W Energy. Maybe if you use code Revitalize, you can get 10% off your order whenever you purchase said W Energy. Am I right by
How
saying
about
that, Mint?
I believe you are, J-Star. I haven't, oh no! I caught it.
Little
I saved
malfunction.
him. I saved
Little
him.
malfunction. But nah, I think we are good to go. And looking at some map statistics here, Watchpoint Gibraltar is one of those maps that seem to be very, very, very dive heavy.
With the amount of high grounds, Gibraltar is an incredibly dive-heavy map in terms of history of Overwatch. Besides, Double Shield, which we don't want to talk about right now. It's better we don't talk about Double Shield, but Gibraltar we go.
Yes, and 25 seconds before the rosters are revealed, getting into it, Mint. Gibraltar is one of those maps that you either love or hate.
Yeah, and unfortunately for me, I think this map is something that I shouldn't, probably say on broadcast.
I would have to agree with you about this one, Mint, but interesting comp from the side of
Surely not. Surely not.
Mint, I think we're getting messed with here.
There's surely not stir fry.
I mean, I do remember back in the old days where teams would roll out on Orisa Hog to try to get that hook off the high ground right away, but that was combined with the old OG Orisa pull. Not really something you see ran too much anymore. The only reasonable pick...
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the only reasonable pick... Okay, we were being messed with, Mint. Our suspicions were confirmed. We'll be
Everything's back to normal.
Everything is looking pretty normal. Double hit scan from the side of though.
A pocket ash as well here for It's looking dangerous.
Out. Stop.
3Owl's gonna have to be very careful here.
3Owl, I don't think necessarily realizes what is about to happen to them. Ozark will be taking the jump, or Ozar, I apologize, will be taking the jump
Shadow
on the high ground.
Kage!
Shadow Kage getting the pick on the anti-chaos. That is the Mercy down. And just card push coming out right now. It is 1-for-1 trade. The Brig switch from anti-chaos will be coming in. The anti-nade will not be finding anybody though. Ozark taking very low. Shadow Kage with another. Shadow Kage is looking very good on this Genji right now, taking down really low. Human doing a very good job of keeping everybody up though. As Ozair is getting another pick onto Woozy. Anti-Chaos on the Zen getting a pick along with the backline. The backline going absolutely huge. We'll be stopping the res. Anti-Chaos with 2, along with Kanoshi getting a pick onto 3Owl, and have managed to turn this back.
Bloodthirsty supports. 2 vital kills from both supports in this fight, turning this point, which was otherwise dominated by Shadow Kage and Stir Fry. Ultimate's now building up here. Almost Primal Rage for Trilogy, as well as a Tactical Visor for Woozy. Nano Boost for Human as well.
Yes, almost a Primal Rage, like you said before, on Trilogy, with potentially a dive coming in here. The dive will be invested by Ozair, but will be getting slept right away. The anti-nade. Shadow Kage getting
both supports down.
Both supports getting taken down by Shadow Kage. 3Owl to pick on the Woozy, and 3Owl is just trying to escape with their life right now. This fight's still not over though, man. The contest is here. The Winston on the point is going to be very hard to dislodge. Trilogy does have this Primal Rage still, and it will be invested to try to sustain something from the side of the Rocket Barrage will be invested, but Woozy with the Nano Visor getting 2. Big picks coming in from the side of but it will not matter. Shadow Kage getting Nano with the Nano Bite. The Nano Bite coming in big, getting 2 already. Taking down Kanoshi and Woozy, respectively. Fulgur. And it's stuck between a rock and a hard place, running for their life. But Trilogy will be getting Nano, will be stalling this point out for a very long time. The reinforcements are here though, Mint. Shadow Kage getting taken down to 1 HP, has to retreat up the staircase. Kanoshi and Woozy making this fight very competitive. Trilogy will fall, but I think it might be a little too late here, Mint, as I think have managed to weather the storm for the time being.
Yet again, impeccable stall from forcing so many resources out. And yet again, no point capture here for Stir Fry. A minute to go now, only a Primal Rage to play with.
Yes, but at the same time, though, you have to look at the ult bank of with nothing to work with except for a potential rally that'll be on the board mid-fight, not even at the beginning when you need it the most. Just a poke and prod game, looking for any sort of opening, looking for 3-Owl to get some sort of pick. The sleep dart will be hit onto Ozair. Will not matter, though, as they are woken up right away. The anti-nade, though, is big anti-nade. Uzi getting 2, Kanoshi along with the 3rd. The Primal Rage has to be invested. This fight's getting scrappy. Ozair getting a 3rd. Ozair will be getting taken out by Kanoshi, and this fight's getting really, really scrappy, Aaron, here on point. Looking like it will be just a fight reset for the side of Stir Fry, as with 23 seconds left, they're trying to hold on to what they have, and praying to God Ozair doesn't get staggered here.
It's looking like Ozair jumps in, gets immediately sleep darted. Nothing he can do here on this Winston, and ult's now in favor of It's so dire. It is undoable. It is inconceivable.
3 seconds left. Sailin gets picked early. Woozy with the first pick, the first blood. Massive. The sleep dart was invested early, though, from Fulgur. Will be getting punished for it by Ozair, but it will not matter. Anti-Chaos and Trilogy. The rally on cart will not matter. Anti-Chaos keeping everybody up. Kanoshi along with the Brig. Will be taking everybody in cleaning house, and Mint, we have a full hold here on Gibraltar.
The flat screen TV, as some call it now, from Man City Chaos. All you need, every bit of armor, every bit of healing, weathering the storm again. The amount of stalls you see, it's almost reminiscent of an old 2CP, yet a first point hold. This is very, very bad if you are Stir Fry.
Trilogy just being an absolute nuisance on point, just buying all the time in the world for Woozy and Kanoshi to get value in the backline, just running amok. Really, and with Human and Sailin having to play very split because of the fact that they're running on a Mercy with very little peel, it's hard to sustain through those dives, man.
Incredibly difficult to sustain through those dives. Ozair is getting shut down by this Ana from Fulgur, and Shadowkage, despite the heroics early on in the point, couldn't be able to get it done. Now it's looking like we're gonna see a Tracer coming out from 3-Owl, as well as a Diva on a Brig backline. And if Woozy sticks to this Widowmaker, this could already be game, set, and match.
Absolutely. A little more standard from the side of Stir Fry. But I think that once they realize what composition that Stir Fry are bringing out, will make the appropriate switches. And Acidity Chaos opting for the Zen here, and Fulgur on this Mercy with the Winston may not be the most impactful, because you usually see this backline with a Wrecking Ball.
It's looking like a pocketed Widowmaker here. Oh man, a pocketed Widowmaker. I can actually get these headshots and pretty much negate the nerf that Widow received early on during the season.
Shadowkage forced to invest the deflect pretty early here, and as Trilogy takes the high ground, 3-Owl getting a pick on the Woozy. The jump will be coming in onto Shadowkage, will not matter though, as Fulgur is able to get the res, and Trilogy is knocked off the Hogan, but Ozair taken out of Mech by Acidity Chaos. Such high damage with this Zenyatta orb. Kanoshi and Trilogy are able to combine for one, but Human does get the pick on Kanoshi. Acidity Chaos will be getting the pick, but Trilogy is just cleaning house along with Acidity Chaos here. The Zen Winston combo along with the Tracer as a follow-up is looking very woozy with yet another pick on the 3-Owl, and this is looking like it's all about over. Mint. Stall picks are having to come in from the side of Stir Fry, but Mint, it might be too little too late.
Yeah, it might. This Discord orb is hurting so much. Woozy is forcing them to stay in such isolated spots. Ozair already dead! The Wrecking Ball down!
That's big stall potential out of Trilogy with 2. Trilogy going absolutely crazy on this Winston. 3-Owl does get a constellation pick, but I don't think it matters at this point, Mint, as clean sweep Stir Fry.
Another set of brooms here, eliminating Stir Fry from the tournament in absolute dominant fashion.
Absolutely. Trilogy looked very good on this Winston on Gibraltar. It looks very rehearsed from the side of compared to the chaotic nature of the dive from Stir Fry.
Yeah, it looks like I've been in the situation before. Gibraltar, not a very common pick in terms of escorts, so they had an idea of what they wanted to do, and they executed it very well. Their defense, full holding, stir fry. Their attack, I think they capped with still about 2.5 minutes left in their time bank.
Yeah, I think they did too. And now, Mint, we get to do our favorite segment. We get to name player of the match. And Mint, I think, in the humble opinion, they had to deal with the weight of the world of the far on their shoulders. I think it goes to Woozy.
No doubt in my mind, I agree with that. Woozy able to find so much as a solo, most of the time, solo hit scan against a pocketed Pharah. They were able to shut 3 Owl down, and it looks to me like Stir Fry's whole plan was 3 Owl in this pharmacy. Woozy single-handedly shutting it down, and his Widowmaker, especially on Kings Row and Gibraltar, I don't need to say anymore.
Absolutely. And before we head to break, we will either be back with a player interview or a send-off. But for now, good riddance. Welcome back, and today we are joined by the player of the match, Woozy. Woozy, explain to me the nerves going into this match. How were you feeling going in?
Oh, nerves are high, obviously, going into this match. Obviously, we got kicked out of our winners bracket run. We were very heartbroken about that. But we took the time in between matches and in between when the day had ended to just come in and be like, yo, let's VOD review. Let's figure out what we did wrong. Most of our like our faults were very simple minor mistakes like positioning whatsoever, you know. And honestly, I think fixing those wrongs is what definitely got us the confidence to play here and just dominate, you know.
Absolutely. And I want to focus more onto a little bit more of an encompassing thing as a team. How were the vibes? How were the emotions throughout the match tonight?
Oh, the emotion, dude, the vibes were insane. After this first map win, it went from like, oh, we lost first point Li Zhang. Like, what happened? Like, what were we doing wrong? And then right after that, we took a second. We're like, hey, let's reset, restabilize, let's get mental back together. We play this like we always play. We're gonna keep running it down like we always run it down. We're gonna play smart. We're gonna not make any small, stupid, simple mistakes. And after we won that second map, it was just from there. Like vibes are high. Everyone was joking. Everyone was laughing. We're all tracking everything. Everything was like literally like play by play perfect.
Absolutely. Throwing it over to my partner Mint. Mint, anything you would like to add to this?
I want to touch up on some personal, bias and questions here. What did in terms of the maps you played 3 maps today. What map did you feel that you performed to the highest degree on?
Oh, my best map, Kings Row had to be Kings Row. Went stupid on Kings Row. That is, if anything, it's like my favorite map. So many good sight lines, so many good It's a classic map. I mean, like, who doesn't love Kings Row? I know there are people who hate it, but personally, it just holds such a great staple map in my heart. The team loves Kings Row. We play so well on.
If you don't like Kings Row, I don't know what's wrong with you. You definitely didn't play during Overwatch 1. I agree with you.
It's a good
Your Widow
map.
was unbelievable on Kings Row. Sojourn as well, absolutely insane. One more thing before you go.
Mhm.
In terms of strategies before the match, did you have any idea what kind of composition the other team was going to run today?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely zero. Literally, absolutely zero. We saw literally, we were looking at a career profile. We looked at one career profile, saw top 500, and we were like, oh, that's gonna be a hard match, isn't it? And then they ran Pharmacy into Widow Sojourn, literally into almost double hit scan at one point. We were like, oh, well, they're gonna keep doing that. Might as well just keep them, hold them down.
All right. J-Star, you got any more questions for this lovely man?
That is it on our end, Woozy. We appreciate you helping us out, interviewing. Flex all you want. You deserve it. With that being said, Woozy, player of the match, any last words before we do our send-off?
Hey, all I'm saying is if we make it to grand finals, Violet, bro, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for that ass, bro. Sorry.
Wise words spoken well. Woozy, we appreciate you being here. You are good to go.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you, Woozy.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the rest of your lower bracket run. I hope it does end with you guys in the grand finals.
Yep.
That would be a very
Thank you.
fun match to see. And with that being said, Woozy, thank you for joining us. Now, Revitalize fans, that brings an end to day 2. Some great matches that we saw here. Mint, any final words?
No final words from me today. I think we saw some very good Overwatch today. Some very stubborn compositions at some points, but overall, I was very impressed with what I saw today, and I'm very excited to get into it more next time we are live.
Absolutely. With that being said, my name is Jay Star. Alongside me, my partner Mint. We will catch you everybody later.